11 o'clock, and they're here, the pantomime dames, the ugly sisters, currently appearing at the Birmingham Hippodrome in Cinderella. I'm delighted to welcome into me pad. Boys, it ain't much, but it's all I've got.
It's lovely.
It's all right for a
I like the ruche curtains, actually. They're nice, aren't they? Pink ruche. Yes, and the carpet that you sink into. You open the door. Honestly, viewers, I can't describe this palatial abode.
We only need a jacuzzi and we'll be in.
I thought that's what that was. Oh, no, it's a coffee cup.
Little dogs.
Nigel, Ellacott and Peter Robbins, they are the ugly sisters in Cinderella. Brilliant show, boys. It's on till February the 17th.
That's right,
so still got just a bit of time.
Just.
They reckon it's the world's best. I reckon it's probably one of the best ever. Do you think that as performers?
It's been a fabulous show. We've done this show quite a few years.
14 years.
14 years.
14.
Yeah, man and girl.
This is the best one.
Is it?
Oh, definitely.
No, really?
Yes,
Is it?
honestly.
Yes.
Quite honestly.
Hand on heart.
Beg your pardon?
Hand on heart.
Hand on my what?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I can do that.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yes.
I can do that, but I don't reach above my head.
No.
But
Don't bend.
no, it is brilliant.
Yeah.
It's the cast are wonderful. It's got everything you want in it for a family show. It's got
looks
music, comedy,
gorgeous from out the front. I
Yes.
mean, it is your real storybook fairy tale. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Even the ponies like it.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah, real ponies, ice skating. And those dresses, Nigel.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
One of them's got a teapot steaming on it. You know that, don't you?
I know. Well, we
You-
get a bit thirsty
Do
during the
you?
show, you see.
The Ugly Sisters dresses, you've never seen anything like it. If you've been, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't been, well, get along. What's wrong with you? You actually design those dresses.
I
Nigel.
do,
Where
yes.
do you start on something like that?
Well, I suppose you think of an idea, really,
You
don't
do.
you?
In the old days, you see, it used to be easy just to pop go down to a Sue Ryder shop.
Bit of gingham, bit like your tablecloth over there.
tablecloth.
And
Yeah.
my curtains, they're
Yeah.
my curtains, are you?
That'd be marvellous. No, it's just an idea.
You could
isn't
get
it?
away with that, you see. But now, ladies' fashion over the years has become more and more outrageous. So we've got to top that, of course.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you used to be able to just go on in a black and white coat and people could say, well, that's quite funny, you know.
No.
But now they're doing that.
Now you can sit on the bus and see someone who's funnier than you. And you think,
Oh, do you? So
You've got to top that every
Oh,
year.
yes.
you have
Oh,
to
yes.
keep thinking to yourself, what am I going to wear? You know, what would make me laugh? And all that.
It's the hats that do it, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, well, do you know, I was saying the other day, standing there in the middle of the backstage area, I was just taking my clothes off, looking in the mirror.
As you do.
Which is not a pretty sight.
Yes.
I thought, what am I doing? I'm standing there with a cake tin. Basically, it's a cake tin on my head and some cake pops stuffed down the front and a pair of high heel shoes. And you think, what am I doing?
And a steaming kettle in your hand.
And a steam-
And then I thought, earning money. So
Earning
I
money.
get on with it.
Well, we know what it's been like from the audience. What's it been like for performers, audience-wise? Have we kind of rose to the challenge?
Oh, yeah.
Because you've done it now, as you say, for years and years and years.
Mm.
You've seen audiences, the best and the worst of them. How do we rate here?
Oh, very warm. Very warm.
And very
indeed.
quick, very fast.
quick, yes.
Always no hanging about. They
No.
know a gag and they laugh at it straight away.
Yeah.
Also, it works in reverse because if you do a gag and they think, well, that's not very funny, they'll let you know.
Oh, yes.
And they don't laugh, and you think, oh dear, I'll change that tomorrow.
Change it, yeah.
Really? Yes.
Yeah.
Cast-wise, I suppose because it's such a long run, I mean, I don't know, you're the professionals, you have to click off stage to
Yeah,
make it work.
That helps.
Do you seriously?
Especially when you're
Yeah.
away, because we're all away.
Yes.
Nobody lives in...
That has worked so much this year. Everybody, I mean, without exception, it's like a big party backstage.
Oh,
let's
that's great.
face
I
it.
mean, you forget to go on stage sometimes because you're having so much fun
It's
back
food
there.
orientated.
Yeah.
Is
We've
it?
all got something in common, and that's food.
Yeah,
and we
and
all love
our company manager is fabulous, Ian Sandy.
Ian Sandy, he's a big bloke. We've had him
Oh,
on the show. Yeah.
like-
Dear old
Likes
Ian.
food.
And Mandy. And
Morning,
Mandy, she's
Ian.
waving.
Morning,
And
where's Mando?
She's
Morning,
there.
Mando.
She
Oh,
likes
she
her
likes her food. She
food.
likes her curries, hurdles, you know.
yeah,
I've got a
fine.
snake here. It's in me snake. I had it sent. Linda.
Can you do that on radio?
Linda from Ailes Owen sent me this jelly snake. It's got to be a foot long. Do you want
It's lovely. It's I'll have a play with it while we're talking.
While we're having a go.
Oh, I've
It's
never
sort of-
seen anything like that before.
Well,
It's
well,
got-
viewers, if you could see this snake, honestly, it is absolutely.
Well, what if they
unbelievable.
were viewers? They can't because they're listeners, you see.
Oh, I see. They can't afford
You've
the
bitten
license.
it.
That's what it is.
Look, it's bitten. It's got teeth marks.
Well, I
in it.
know. Yeah.
Well, I had a little nibble during the news.
I
You're
can see
forced.
that.
Well, talking of teeth marks, my friend here had a very strange experience in the dressing room talking to parties.
Yeah, let's have a listen to this. Go on.
Go on.
Well, it's food orientated. We were having a pizza because it's so glamorous backstage. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we got fed up with the
Takeaway,
caviar.
yeah.
No more caviar,
Yes,
please.
no.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Sitting in the dressing room. Call for Peter on the tannoy. He rushes out, drops his pizza on the floor. I don't know this. I cross over the floor. You have to bear in mind I'm wearing high heels. Slip on the pizza, peel the pizza off my foot, put it back on his plate because I thought I'll
Nice.
leave that for now. bit into my pizza, lost my tooth. Inside the pizza.
You never did?
Yeah, fell on the floor, lost my tooth. Now, the other thing was we went on stage that night and one of the boys backstage said, "What's that in your wig?" I went, "What? It's pineapple. It's a piece of pineapple."
I went on stage dripping with
Bits
pizza.
of cheese and pineapple. As I'd fallen, that pizza must have gone like,
Very glamorous life.
And did the fairy come?
The tooth fairy,
no.
No, she didn't. But the only words of wisdom we had was, like, I've lost my heart in San Francisco. I lost my tooth in the Birmingham Hippodrome.
Yeah, you'll remember that.
I will.
Do you ever make it up as you go along, Panto? Are the bits in one night that aren't in another?
Oh, when it goes
do you bounce
wrong.
off each other?
Oh, yes, we do, yes.
Well, you can't help
Sometimes...
it. I mean, look at the size of it.
I know. It's
You
a
do
shame.
bounce.
No, you do. I mean, sometimes if an incident will happen...
Oh, yeah, that's what makes it live theatre.
Yes, of course.
It's not a
Then
video.
you've got to be quick enough to think, how do I get out of this?
And
How
they
do I get
talk
off?
to us. The audience talk all the
Yes.
time. They have conversations with you. They chat away. The kids were brilliant last night.
Oh, wonderful.
They were telling us things to do that.
Well, you can't really.
You can't really,
Not
can
at
you?
my age, anyway.
Let's talk to you individually now. Let's get under the bed sheets with you because I
Oh.
like to do this with me special guests, especially of a
dear.
Thursday. Nigel, I'm going to start with. You started your career. Well, I don't know about started, but you had a turn on the ships, didn't you? With
Yes, I've been on the cruises. Yes,
It's better now, though.
Yes.
And these costumes, I'm getting back to the costumes. Is it true you once designed the costumes for the stage version of Prisoner Cell Block H?
I did, yes. Not the one that's out at the moment. That's the one with Lily Savage. But this was, we brought most of the cast
The
to
cast,
Cell Block
yeah, I
H
remember,
over and we
yeah.
took it round the country
Queen
twice.
Bee was in it and all the gang.
Yes, we had everybody in it.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that easy? Because, I mean, they were just prison uniform.
Oh, no, because we had to make... If you can imagine, the show goes all around the country and Cell Block was on at different times. So everybody's got a different time scale of Cell Block. Like some people are 2 years behind, 2 years ahead.
Yes.
We had to take a sort of an amalgam of all... Because, those prison uniforms, they change every
Changed.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Dungarees 1 minute, check shirts the next.
Yeah.
So we did a sort of round scan that everyone could recognise.
I see.
And it was great fun to do, it really was.
What's been your biggest challenge? Has it been Ugly Sisters designing for, or I'm on about the designing?
Designing,
costumes?
no, it's I do some operas, and that is sometimes a really big challenge.
You've worked on Rocky Horror Show as well. That must have been
8 years. I've
Really?
been designing costumes for that's got to be a bit of a challenge eventually, yes, because you have to be different each time. Because the fans come dressed as whatever I design, the fans turn up at 3 weeks later wearing, they copy what's on stage. So you try and beat them. You try and do
Rocky Horror
something
Show.
different.
Yeah, Rocky Horror Show's coming back to the Hippodrome as
It
well.
is.
March with Nicholas Parsons. Still
Fabulous
going
show.
strong.
Nicholas Parsons in suspenders.
Yes. There you are. From Norwich, it's a quiz of the week.
It would be.
Who designs them? It's Nigel Ellacott. Is that a bit of a sideline for you, though, Nigel? Is the performing what you love doing?
Yes, it is.
personally?
But I think, it's just so nice to keep... I just like keeping my finger in, if you'll pardon the expression. Over to Peter.
No, I'm staying with you after that. Rolf Harris, you've worked with Rolf before, haven't you?
It's the 4th or 5th year now with Rolf, yeah?
Yeah. Good performer.
Oh, yeah, and a lovely man.
One of my boyhood heroes.
Oh, he's one of my heroes, he is.
My face, kid, Peter, my face lit up when he started Two Little Boys.
Oh, I know.
Right.
He's lovely.
And you, Peter,
Yes.
talking
Oh,
of
dear.
you, what about these puppets? Tell
It's
me
all
about
rumour.
You're a puppeteer as well.
Yes,
as
well,
everything. Many
I-
strings to the bow that you probably didn't
strings,
realise.
Many
Yes,
strings,
strings,
yes.
yes.
No, all done without
Oh,
strings,
didn't mean to
actually.
do it. Yeah.
All done without strings. This arm is very... Actually, this arm here...
It's famous. It's met someone famous.
It has
that
met
arm.
somebody terribly famous
Oh,
this year.
go
We
on,
were
go on.
doing Treasure Island, the new Muppet film, which comes out in Easter. So it was all rush out and see it. And my arm was introduced to Joan Collins. Oh, she was
Joan
there.
spoke to
Joni-
that arm.
But
Yes,
what
she
was
did.
your arm? What
Well,
was
at
it
the-
up?
At that point, it was... It was up a fairy chicken at the time, I must admit. I did have my arm up a chicken at the time. But basically, what had happened was I was on the floor underneath this truck with my arm up a chicken, as you would do.
Yes, well, you would, yeah.
And Joni popped onto the set.
Who should come along?
Joni Collins, as she was, just happened to be part of the thing. And she started talking to me chicken. Well, you would, wouldn't you? And she said to the chicken, it was a memorable conversation.
wasn't
Was it?
She said, "And what is your name?"
Yes.
And from under the chicken came this little voice going, "Peter." And she just looked down and went, yes. Anyway.
That's it. Met Joan Collins.
I met Joan Collins.
Well, your arm has anyway. What about directing? You've directed and performed. I'm going to ask you a similar question to the one I asked Nigel. Yeah. What do you prefer, performing, directing, or having your hand stuck up a chicken?
Well, actually, it depends where you are at the time, I suppose. But I enjoy it all because it's so nice to do different things. Performing is great. It's fabulous to get in front of a live audience. There's nothing in the world can beat the buzz you get from that.
Yes.
Also, when you're stuck in a shed in Shepperton at 6 o'clock in the morning with your hand up a furry chicken, that's quite... It doesn't sound very glamorous, but it can be. It can. When you get the paycheck, it's very
working
glamorous.
with Miss Piggy.
And wow, God, I mean, Miss Piggy in this film has to be seen to be believed.
Really?
She has outdone herself.
She's
a bit of a temperamental star, though. She can be a bit awkward.
She's on an elephant in the
She is. We imported a real African elephant for her entrance. She insisted she would not come out of her dressing room, actually, her trailer, until this African elephant was brought over. And unfortunately, it was a bit nervous about going in front of the cameras.
And you know what happens when elephants get nervous.
It took weeks to clean that floor.
We've got, you know.
They don't poo, do they? Your poo.
Our ponies.
Well, we're very good with them because you see, Nigel gives them polo mints.
Polo mints for wind. Stops the wind. You see, the polo mints.
Really? How did you find that out?
Well, it works on me, so we thought, well,
yeah, one of the ponies we worked with 14 years, Star the pony.
Really?
Star's 20 now.
Oh, so you've got to know what makes him.
Oh yeah, Star and I were like that.
Yeah.
Polo mints every day. But unfortunately, it went a bit far the other day because I keep the polo mints in the bag. I go on stage, do a scene. I only gave them one because I didn't have time. They normally have two each.
Oh,
and there was a clopping behind me, and I thought, it's Peter is behind me, ready to make the entrance. And I turned around, it was Pony. It was, in fact, Janetta the pony about to go on stage with me after the polo mints in the handbag.
Give me those mints. You only gave me one.
They wanted his second.
But they can be a bit... they've got new hay at the moment, so it's a little bit...
I see.
The air wick comes out.
Yeah.
What happens to the Ugly Sisters after pantomime?
Well, after pantomime, they go back into a little cupboard marked "Do not open until
in
Christmas."
A very big van, actually. We have a very big van.
Are you
for our
getting
costumes.
tired? Are you getting tired now?
No, because we enjoy it so
Yes,
much.
yes.
It's sort of. I mean, we could do another 5 weeks.
Could you?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
If Mandy, I want another
Mandy.
5 weeks.
5 weeks, please.
5 weeks, they'd fill the house as well.
Yeah,
Marvellous.
And that's it. It's in a box. It's in a van,
and there it sits.
Yeah, and then you
until
go to the
next year.
dole and they say occupation.
and you say Ugly Sister.
Ugly Sister.
Pantomime day. And they say, where do we file that? Next to Father Christmas.
That's the one.
I suppose, though, I mean, I don't want to know too much about this, obviously, but I suppose offers come in year on year. About now, you start looking at the next one.
That's right, yeah. We're already working on designs for next year.
Yeah, and we already more or less know where we're going next year as well. So,
yeah. So we start looking at the costumes and thinking, well, that can go in the bin.
So we do like 3 new
needs...
ones every year, and this keeps rolling on, and then we donate our old ones to poor dames around the country who...
The Sue Ryder dames of the business,
as we call them.
Yes. What makes pantomime so special? I don't mind who answers this one. And will it always be
It will
there?
always. It will always.
I was trying to think of the way to end that question. Did you see? Did you see me stalling tactic there?
As long as there are children, there will be pantomime, because I don't care what the video games are and how sophisticated the kids are and what this, that and the other. They are still at heart what pantomime's all about. And that reaction, we have a ghost behind us.
Yeah.
What do the kids do? They scream behind
the building.
It's like they haven't been told, they haven't been trained. Why do they boo us? They haven't been trained. They just do. It's a lovely, natural instinct in children.
You can spend millions and millions of pounds on the latest CD-ROM game.
Doesn't matter. Give them a ghost in a sheet.
Put a dancer in a white sheet behind you, going woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
And that's it. They're
and
in
we've got a
seventh
marvellous...
heaven.
We've got Paul.
Paul is brilliant. Our ghost.
Paul Blackwell, our ghost is brilliant. He really gets those kids screaming.
That's really, I mean...
And people like Bob Carriages, you see, who come on with Spit the Dog.
Yes, yeah. We haven't mentioned Spit. He's been in here and all. They've all been in here.
I know, they have. They've all sat here.
It's been a delight meeting every one of them. I ain't met a bad egg yet.
I know.
They are brilliant. I mean, the kids just adore the dog.
Oh.
The little spot. They look quite like Bob as well, really.
Well, he's all right.
We mentioned the buzz, didn't we? But there's no bigger buzz, surely, for you two, because when you... we mentioned the buzz. He mentioned the buzz. The buzz.
No, the buzz. Sorry.
The reaction.
I thought it's the bus.
No, not the bus. We stopped them in the snow.
Yeah.
Right. Instantly, as soon as you come on, because you look
We're
so
huge,
outrageous.
We've got big Yeah.
The place is in stitches. You must go on, and within moments you're thinking, I've got you lot and all.
Do you know what's lovely is you come on, you stop, and that laugh just builds. And you think, what's the laugh? Oh, it's me.
Sometimes you forget what you're
forget
wearing.
what you look
see.
like, you know, and it's lovely. That is really good.
Or sometimes it doesn't. You think, oh, they'll laugh at this, you know. Like you'll spend a fortune on a costume. We had a couple of costumes one year where we came on as Christmas trees.
Oh, yeah.
And we had enormous Christmas trees on our heads.
Motorcycle
batteries around our waists to make the lights go. We couldn't move in these things.
And
we got slay 'em.
We got stuck in the lift at Southampton trying to get on stage.
We walked on stage in this thing that cost a lot of money, and they went, oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the national grid went dark as we lit up. You know, we had everything going and nothing. It just went,
so nice.
Oh, so what did you think then? That's interesting, because often I think, when you go on stage, you kill them, it's brilliant. What happens?
We dumped them.
Straight away.
They went straight away. I didn't care what they cost.
No,
they
laugh, went in the bin.
No cost.
It didn't work.
They're there to...
And yet you come on in something that you might have paid a couple of quid for, you know, and they fall about, and you think, oh, well, there we are, you see. So
I wish we could pay a couple of quid.
Well, we're our kitchen frocks.
It's £8.
Well,
you've upset
was
him
a lot
now.
of money in those days.
Don't start upsetting him. You've got to go on later today.
I know.
Two today.
Two today.
Oh, yes. And the kids are doing a little pantomime in between.
Yes.
You know, the kids in the show, the babes. They're putting on their own Cinderella, which they've actually called Cigarella.
And we're Benson and Hedges.
Benson and Hedges, the sisters, so we're going to watch that.
I think, I don't know if I got this right, I don't know if I got the right end of the stick, but I think it's because the cast has clicked, and we've already mentioned it, that it's A, run so well, B, always seemed fresh, which it has, which is a great credit to you all. And C, it's really kind of made our Christmas here, because we got the world's biggest pantomime on our doorstep. I hope we've lived up to the challenge of going to see you and support you.
Oh, very much. It's packed out too, isn't it?
It's
done
so
really
lovely
good business.
to see it packed out at this time of year. And of course, we got half term coming up.
Oh, yes. Get in now for half term.
Isn't it marvellous?
Will you leave... Have you ever done Birmingham before?
Oh, yes.
Yes, you've done loads of them. Will you leave Birmingham this time with... memories?
Well, we don't want to leave, really.
Well, leave it at my tooth.
Stay here.
Left me tooth here.
I know.
You know.
What more can you leave behind?
Hey, they got the Royal Ballet coming in after you as well. Look, well, if there slips up on your tooth. I should tell them.
Tell them to watch the pizza. Don't,
I should tell them.
Don't slip on it.
Memories of Birmingham.
Oh, memories
Nigel
of
and
Birmingham.
Peter. Anyone specific apart from your tooth?
I think what's really made Birmingham for me is that I haven't been here for 8 years, and the difference in 8 years, that's like suddenly there are all these wonderful shops that never were, restaurants that never were. You know, it really did. I was thinking, oh, Birmingham, I know Birmingham, I've been here, but no, I don't know it. It could take you weeks to go shopping in Birmingham. There's
And
so
I
much
think
of
the
it.
people as well in Birmingham, they're so friendly.
Oh, it's
so
a
they just
sense
come
of
up to you and
humour.
talk to you, and everybody's so warm and kind.
It's a
and
unique
lovely.
sense
Do
of
they
humour, isn't it?
recognise you off the stage?
Oh, I hope
No.
not. I hope not.
I didn't know which one was going to be which, you see. I thought, I know they're Nigel and
very
Peter, but I
worried.
don't know which one's going to be which.
No, if you get recognised, that's when you worry.
Yeah, you think, oh dear,
yes.
what am I wearing?
The box office, shall I give this out? Because it's
Go on.
February the 17th. Oh, please don't miss it. And half term's coming up. It's a nice treat. 0121 622 7486 is the box office. You've kept going throughout the snow as well, haven't you? More or less.
yes,
It hasn't
very
affected you.
It's like the windmill, we never close.
Never close. 0121 622 7486. It's simple what I've got to do now. I've got to say on behalf of everyone in the West Midlands, thank you.
Well,
Thank you,
thank
West
you
Midlands.
indeed.
We've had a fabulous time.
And wherever you are next Christmas, I know you'll not come dead. They're the Ugly Sisters, Nigel and Peter on WM. And thanks for joining us today too.
Bye.
Bye.
The WM Guide to events and entertainments across the West Midlands and Warwickshire. Warwickshire. Warwickshire.